What's going on, guys? This is BW Cool here, and I'm back with some more ranked gameplay of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And today's topic that I'm going to talk about is Civil War 5. Now, Civil War 5 was very interesting, and it was another tournament. But before I get into that, let me start by saying before Civil War 5 weekend, I went over to Unknown's house because he invited us to run pre-Civil War game sets, and he had maximum hype over, and it was me and Walter as always. So we came through and we ran sets, and I really want to give a shout out to Unknown for that because, you know, even though honestly we're not the best in the fighting game community just yet, he gave us that opportunity to spar with some of the best and himself in the FGC at the moment. So, you know, I want to give a thanks to him, and make sure you follow him at Twitter, at AITSJ. Yeah, you know you in the club, son. It's like, nah, that's his little catchphrase that he says. But you know, other than that, after that, you know, the next morning comes. Now it's Friday. We're gonna start preparing ourselves to leave or whatever, and we had to go pick up Flux. So we go pick up Flux. On our way there, we get bodied by the weather and find out that my friend's Walter, his windshield wipers isn't working, so we had to pull over for like about an hour, you know, before we get back on the road because, you know, we can't move, we can't see anything on the road. So we pull over, we're kind of bummed out, but we finally get there. It's a little late, but that's fine. Nobody really got there on time. And yeah, after that, you know, we're in the hotel room. It was just me and Walt, and we're just chilling. And then we get a call from one of my friends. His name is 4-Star. He's also another really good, or if not one of the best Magneto players in the DMV area, or in general. And he's coming through with Meep. If you guys don't know Meep, man, Meep is cheap. Meep is another player from the DMV, and he runs a Zero May Cry, and he has some really dirty tech with them. So you really gotta be on the lookout for those guys. So they come through, we run casual sets, and also, if you guys don't know, I'm also part of Team Mad, and one of my members from Team Mad, his name is Rain, came through from New Jersey, and he came into our room. We ran sets, we ran casuals, whatever, ran casuals downstairs as well. We were all chilling, everything was great, man, everything was great. And the funny thing also is that it was also my friend Walter's birthday, so, you know, we were all just chilling, drank, you know, whatever. And other than that, the next morning, we really didn't have nothing to do because pools didn't start until 7 o'clock. So all I honestly did was just hang out, talk to people, you know, meet new people or whatever, keep drinking, and yeah, you know. And then finally, what was it called? 7 o'clock, or before 7 o'clock hits, I start, you know, running a lot of casuals just to prepare myself because Civil War was on Xbox. If you guys don't know, I'm really not so good on Xbox 360 pad. I'm more of a PS3 pad warrior, and there's a really big problem with that because I have to at least have a good amount of time before I enter a tournament on Xbox 360 because I need to kind of prepare myself to switch over to the pad of Xbox 360 because it's a little different than the PS3 one, obviously. So yeah, the tournament starts, and I fight the first guy, take him out, dropped a lot of stuff, and I wasn't happy with myself. And wasn't able to actually record anything because we all actually had to play at the same time. Myself, I was in Pool A, my friend Walter was in Pool B, and Rain was in Pool C, so yeah. We were never able to really record any footage, which really bummed me out, but it's okay. The next match I actually had to fight an old friend, and his name is Gigilpop. Shoutouts to Gigilpop. Where I know him from is from the GIACDOTCOM. He's a really good friend of Sleepless, who runs the YouTube page. And I guess, you know, he came out. I don't know if he was still, you know, supporting GIAC. I'm not sure, but, you know, he came out, did his thing, and we had to fight. And I ended up taking it over him, you know, because I'm not just going to lose, you know. I came out here as well to win, and that's what I was going to do. Now, after that, the next person I had to fight was PZPoy. Now, if you guys don't know PZPoy, man, Jesus, one of the best, the cleanest Zero, the cleanest Dr. Doom, and the nicest Phoenix I've seen by far. So, the funny thing is, I always, run sets with him at the PZ Dojo at his place, And me and Walt go out there to level up. He keeps telling us this and that. He gives us tips. He's like, don't press buttons, don't panic, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm kind of learning from that, and I'm kind of trying to improve my playstyle, because thanks to him, I've gotten a lot better. But it's still the times when I do fight him, it's obviously not going to be easy, especially in a 3 out of 5 set. And the sets were all very difficult, but at the end of the day, the first set I actually got him down to Dark Phoenix, but obviously it's Dark Phoenix. The next 2 sets I think I just got bodied and mauled by Zero. I just couldn't do anything about it. So yeah, it was kind of stressful, but again, I'm actually incredibly thankful, because now I know what kind of pressure it is to feel in a tournament environment when you have to fight a Zero or a Phoenix, because those 2 characters are so ridiculously strong. It's not even funny, but it's a good experience. Now, after that, I get put in losers. The next person I have to fight is the run back of Winter Brawl, which was NerdJosh. In Winter Brawl 7, I fought NerdJosh to, I think, get close to get to Winners Finals, and I fought him, and I took it over him. But this time around in Civil War 5, he took it over me. Now, I'm not the kind of person to make excuses. I don't want to say it was the Xbox 360 pad or anything like that, but it did kind of stop my mobility with Morgan, and it kind of upset me. But again, I still got to give it to NerdJosh, because man, he knows how to use his team very properly. He knows how to use Virgil. He knows how to use Morgan. He knows how to use Dr. Doom. So I gotta really give him a shout out and ups to that, because he really knows what he's doing. And after that, yep, as you guys don't know, that was losers bracket, and I'm out of the tournament. My friend also did very well, Walter. He made it like 2 matches in, and then the loss of the next 2 matches as well, because of a drop combo. My friend Rain did actually extremely well. I think he did 3 matches and then got put out the next 2. So, it's fine. At the end of the day, all we go out there to do is have fun and keep leveling up. If you guys haven't seen the previous episode, that's all I'm saying, because in the FGC, man, I had more fun than I did in a good minute, just because that whole weekend I was just hanging out with friends. Some people actually gave me shout outs, and they recognized me from my YouTube. I was like, holy hell, it actually kind of felt good, and it's a good experience to go out to the tournament. But I'm gonna have to eventually change a few things with my game plan, because I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I run my team on control pad, when I switch over, it kind of messes me up. So I don't know. Maybe I might invest and look into getting an arcade stick. Maybe we'll have to see what's up with that, because I really don't want to be stuck in a ditch when it comes to a tournament, when I have to go and I have to constantly convert over from Xbox 360 pad to PS3 pad. It's really bad, and I really dislike that. But that's how it's gonna have to be. If it comes to it, I have to switch over to arcade stick, because I can't keep having those input errors or those drop combos happening because of a minor change like that. Like on PS3, my mobility is so clean, and my combos are very execution heavy, and I pulled them off, very well. And what happens, So hopefully by the time or after my next tournament, the next tournament I'm actually going to be participating in is ECT5 East Coast Throwdown. That's going to be in New Jersey, and that's between May 18th and the 19th, I believe. And I'm also going to be there, so you can see me there. Hopefully I'll be able to record some actual pools footage, man, because I really want to make like a documentary of my whole tournament FGC type thing, because I want to have every match I've ever played recorded. That's why I'm actually doing the ranked series. As you guys realize, I actually haven't recorded in the past, but now I feel like I want to talk and say what I feel about this game, because this game is so crazy and it's interesting. Some people don't like it, some people love it, and it's whatever to me. I love the game. It's fun, even though it's ridiculously stupid and it has more Doom than Zero May Cry and Phoenix. At the end of the day, it's Marvel, baby. And yeah, man, Civil War 5 again was a great experience, and it taught me a lot. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody that I met over there, everybody that gave me highs, hellos, and all that. And I want to give a shout outs to again to Unknown and the PZPoy, because they actually became Maximum Hype now. Now they're sponsored by Maximum Hype. And actually another shout outs to Unknown again, because he actually made it very far in the tournament. He ended up having to fight Chris G in the run back at the end in winners finals and losers finals as well, or grand finals, because Civil War 4 it was the same thing, except Unknown eliminated him and he had to run it back, I believe. I think it was like that, right? Yeah. So, you know, shout outs to him. He's doing his thing. He's really leveling up, and he was actually on arcade stick. He used to be a pad warrior, but now he's on arcade stick. I don't know if he's going to stick with that, but you can see how much it changes. You know, sometimes some people tell me arcade stick is better than pad or whatever. I don't know. I kind of see it as a preference thing, but we'll have to see. And you guys will actually be able to see me level up on arcade stick at some point and testing it out and seeing what'll become of my FGC experience, because I honestly do, man. I want to make it far in this, man. I really want to make top 8. I really want to level up, and that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to stop. And that kind of leads me to my next topic that I'd like to ask you guys, as always. Not my topic, I'm sorry, my question. The question that I want to ask you guys is arcade stick or control pad? Just because from my experience, you know, it's been tough, you know, switching over. So wouldn't it be easier if I just went straight to arcade stick? I mean, as you guys see, Unknown did very well on arcade stick after he switched over to pad. You know, he's been doing his thing. I'm pretty sure if he was probably using maybe a 360 pad, it probably wouldn't have worked out, or maybe he had a converter or something, but he was using arcade stick, and everybody keeps telling me it's preference, really. And some people, you know, they tell me it's better to use arcade stick. So that's my question. Would you guys use stick or pad, or do you use both? You know, which one is more preferred? What do you guys think? As always, actually, you know what? Before I go, I want to leave a shout out to all my fans and subscribers that have left comments and likes in my previous videos. That really means a lot to me, man. I really appreciate that. I'm already at 600 subs, and I'm really grateful for you guys. And I hope I can keep providing great quality content for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And yeah, man, that's about it. As always, I'm gonna leave you guys with the rest of the clip. This is BW Cool signing off. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.
Hyper combo KO.
That's the way you bring it home.
Player 1 wins. Ready? Fight!
Show
Air combo!